Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Loomis coming guys with a pro to the commentary. Today we're casting for the Premier League, and this is game number 1, best of 2 series between SK and Evo Geniuses. And this is gonna be an epic game. SK, one of the first teams to be sponsored in the Dota 2 beta scene, and they've been in part of many tournaments. Not exactly the best showing in all these tournaments, but they are stable in tournament finals, top 4s. So we are expecting a lot from SK today. EG on the other side, the juggernaut from the American scene. And not too sure how accurate this is, but I don't think they have lost. I think they won like 80% of their Dota 2 matches. I think they lost like 1 maybe last night, official matches against Panzer, but that's it. This team's been winning and winning and winning and winning. And today they do have a stand-in in the name of Coolhead. I have no idea who this is. Maybe we'll see. But the standard lineup of Affair, Demon, Lacoste, Misery just doing a lot of dirty work. And they do have second pick and ban here today as a Dire team. SK banning the Chen and the Lich. We're very familiar with seeing Furion bans, anti-mage bans. And well, neither of those two heroes is going to be banned, so we're going to see some Furion anti-mage action for sure. Meanwhile, on the other side here, Night Stalker is going to be the ban choice. Night Stalker, I've been talking about this hero, time and time after again. He just deserves a ban. If you wonder why he deserves the ban, well, I recommend you check out the VODs of the game between Kuroki's 10th yesterday against TEG's new team. What did it go? Hold on, brain fart. One sec, guys. One sec. This is really bad. I just Dignitas. Goodness gracious, Dignitas yesterday. Yes, check out the VODs there on Premier League, on Twitch TV/Premier League. The VODs of yesterday's games are already up. Yeah, yesterday we saw Night Stalker just go huge, and just in one night, he just went big. So he's a very momentum-based hero, and he's so strong. So he got large, and that's why generally Night Stalker gets banned. But yep, we do see that Furion opening right here from the SK team. And Furion, if you're wondering why that hero is such a big deal, why is he important, he gives your team so much versatility in terms of playing. He is always a +1 in terms of ganks. He could help you push, he could help you counter push, you could play him as a support, which most Chinese teams do. You could play him as a farmer, Midas into Dagon, Dagon to Hex, whatever combination you have in your mind, he could do that for you. He could give you that late game DPS, he could act as your utility, and he is everywhere and anywhere at once. And he could push. I mean, he does so much. He's so much. So that's why he deserves the first pick. Brewmother is going to be the pick here on the EG side. And Brewmother, of course, gives you the pushing power, and more importantly, gives you the laning power that not many other heroes will give you. Brewmother, like, she could easily go against a dual lane or even a tri lane and just be okay. It's hard to push against her because of the webs and everywhere. You don't know exactly where she is. But if you leave her alone, and chances are you have to leave her alone once in a while, she's going to just push you on tower too. So very heavy pusher hero, and it just draws a lot of pressure on you. And it looks like Dire has pushing in mind as Rasta or Shadow Shaman. It's going to be the second pick. Serpent Wards plus Spiderlings, and of course Hex is available there as well. It's going to be a lot of pushing power, and let's see how the Radiant team is going to prepare for that. Of course, Wrath of Nature is going to be good, not just because counter-pushing in the lane that the enemy team is trying to push in, also counter-pushing in the other lanes. And why is that important? Well, Creequilibrium is going to be very important in high-level games. For example, here if you look at the map, if we have, let's say, EG pushing on the top lane, and if we Wrath of Nature, of course, mid's getting pushed, bots getting pushed, that just means that even though if we say, the Radiant team lose the top tower, the Dire might lose one of the mid tower just in the process of Wrath of Nature and creeps pushing as well. So that's the power of Furion, and that's just one of this many powers, and we're gonna see it in this game for sure today. Sand King is gonna be the second pick here. You might be wondering why Sand King. Like, he's not picked too often in a Dota 2 metagame. Well, Sand King is probably one of the best counter pick there is against Brewmother. Darkseer is the other one. And the reason that Sand King is really good against Brood is if you match them up in a 1v1 situation, there's really no way that the Sand King is ever gonna die to the Brewmother. So a lot of laning advantage that Brewmother usually have is gone, and there's no way in hell that the Brewmother is going to push a Sand King because of Caustic Finale, Sandstorm, every one of his first 3 spells or AoE, so your spiderlings are dying. Of course, Cosmic Finale, if the Sand King player decides to level it up, it's going to be really, really good against melee heroes such as Broodmother. So that's going to be a very, very strong counter pick against Brood. But Brood, for the most part, like he's a very versatile laner as well. You don't have to use their spiderlings in the lane. A lot of times we see pro players, they spawn spiderlings and send them into the jungle and extend the farm that way. And then, of course, Broodmother just last sits in lane, Sandra, stuff like that. So it's not like, as soon as you pick Sand King, Brood loses. That's not the case, but Sand King is probably one of the best heroes that you want on your team to go against that Brood. Ancient Aberration is going to be the third pick here for the Radiant team. And that's going to give him a lot of global ganking presence. Of course, I already mentioned to death that Furion will give that global presence. With the Wrath of Nature, also with a TP in as well. TP plus Sprout, that just sets up a AA powerful initiation in terms of the AI Splash. And that's going to be enough just to wipe out anyone you can imagine. And of course, that means any type of engagement we're going to happen on any portion of the map, we're immediately going to have +2 on SK side. that just means that this team is so hard to gank. That just means that you're going to so hard to win those small scale engagement. But Ancient Aberration not too shabby in team fights as well. Ancient Aberration Ice Blast, one of the most devastating ultimates in the game. Ice Vortex, really good for the slow, but more importantly, really good for that increase in magical damage, which is good for Sand King, which is good for the Wrath of Nature from the Furion. So he fits along with this lineup very well. Also, Ancient Aberration allows you to extend into some late game picks very well. Of course, we definitely seen Ancient Aberration plus Void before. We see A plus DK before. They lane very nicely together. They combo with each other very well. And we definitely seen A plus Shaker as well. So this A pick not only offensively gives you a lot of power, but also in the pickman stage just gives EG a lot of worry about. Like, I mean, are you going to prepare for DK? Are you going to prepare for Void? Or are you going to prepare for Shaker? Shaker probably is least likely of all cases, but still, that's a lot of stuff to think about. And it looks like EG is taking a little bit of time here to look at their bans. Meanwhile, the third pick for them is going to be a Windrunner, which, you never know what a Windrunner is going to do nowadays. Of course, predominantly she used to play as a long lane solo, and she plays that very well, and she still plays as a long lane solo today. But sometimes we see her in solo mid. I think next Kazakhstan play her like that. I think Dignitas play her like that as well. Some Chinese teams play her like that. And recently we've been seeing a lot more Chinese teams play the Windrunner on support. If you guys are familiar with IG Chuan support Windrunner, devastating Windrunner play. So that just shows the power of this hero. You could put her in any lane, just about any lane, and she works fine as a support, as a farmer, as a semi-carry. Whatever you need her to do, she will do it for you. Oh god, that sounds really dirty, but Y'all know what I'm saying. Spectre is going to be the ban here for the Radiant team. And looks like Fear is a little bit worried about the global presence already. Of course, right now we have Furion and the Ancient Aberration. If you add a Spectre on top of that, then this is just an all-out global lineup from the Radiant team. So that's a legitimate worry. DK is going to be the ban here. So I'm assuming Radiant's going to go into a Void. And let's see if Fear senses this as well and go for a Void ban. DK would be... There you go. There's a Void ban. Hey-oh! The reason that DK is being banned here as well, the Radiant team is very magical heavy, right? So, and of course DK, very, very naturally high strength roll, of course high armor due to, what's it called, Dragon's Blood. It's just really hard to bring him down. Of course, DK could always get into a pipe, and pipe just shuts down SK really hard. It's really annoying to go into. So they banned that. Meanwhile, the other side is going to ban into a Void. So now my question is, what exactly Radiant's going to do, right? There's not many hardcore carries left in the pool. I mean, there's, I guess, random stuff like Stealth Assassin. Or Slardar actually will be really decent in this case, I think, here, because they have a lot of chasing power. Crystal Maiden is going to be the fourth pick here for the SK team. I wonder if Dive's going to go into a Pugna here. I feel Pugna really combines well with their pushing power. Pugna plus Rasta plus Broodmother is going to be an insane pushing combination. But more importantly, the Nether Ward will shut down a lot of what Radiant's team's going to do. You cannot do Epicenter into Blink because the Ward is going to zap you and cancel your Blink Dagger, and that's going to screw SK over. Of course, Radiant is so caster heavy. Every one of them right now is a caster. If you drop down that Nether Ward and protect it long enough as a Pugna, you basically just win the team fight. But of course, there's a lot more other choices. I feel Pugna is a very strong pick though, but that's just me. And Adai, of course, looking for one more carry. In terms of laning, I'm a little bit worried about laning. Slardar is going to be the pick here, which is not bad. Again, he's going to out tank. He's going to be very tanky against the magical output of the Radiant team. Of course, chasing power with sprint and all these stuff is going to be great. Blink Dagger initiation is going to set up very nicely. But my question is, how are you going to lane this? Broodmother gets a solo. That's undisputed. Windrunner might get a solo as well. We might see something like a Rasta Slardar. But Rasta needs a bit of EXP as well, so you might put the Windrunner in support? I don't know. But the thing is, they have the versatility. Like, they could run it differently. They might have to pick a jungler now. Enigma is a decent jungler. Darkseer wouldn't be bad. We'll have to wait and see here what the Dire team wants to do. And Radiant, very squishy at this point. And Nyx is going to be their last pick. Interesting here. And the reason I say this is a very interesting last pick is because Nyx is going to be okay. Nyx is actually really good against very tanky carries such as Slardar. But what Slardar has up on Nyx is the fact that he can amplify damage. Most of the time when Nyx rage and right clicks, there's nothing you can do. But in this case, there's a couple of things you can do. You amplify damage, you kind of right click him, you just kind of kill him to death. Of course, he's still very tanky. He could use Infest, hide into creeps, and whatnot. And we're going to see some crazy ganks. We could see something like Infest into Sand Burrow Strike in, Infest out, magical damage splashing about, and then right click like crazy. Or we could see Infest into Furion, and then that's a +2 gank instead of a +1 gank. So a lot of versatility in terms of playing the Night Stealer here. And I could see why SK wants to pick it up. Meanwhile, on the other side, Dire, it's going to pick up Venomancer. So this lineup is just so hard to push against, so hard to counter push against, because they have so much tool. Mass Serpent wards, Plague wards, Spiderlings. They have mass stuns in Shackle Shot, Slithering Crush, Hex Shackle. They have a lot of stuff. And they're pretty tanky as well. Broodmother gets tanky if you get a BKB, which I think she will. Like, you have to get a BKB against this lineup here. Slardar probably go get like Vanguard Treads, Blink BKB, something of that variant. Windrunner and Venomancer utility heroes generally gets fairly tanky as well. So this is going to be a very nice matchup. We see a very magical base, a very AoE, very gank heavy lineup on the Radiant team. Me on the Dire side, it's going to be a little bit more tanky and a little bit more pushy. So ganks versus tanks, ganks versus push is going to be a very beautiful game. Let's talk about who's playing what. Fear is going to be on that Slaughter, Misery on the Windrunner, Lacoste on the Broodmother, Demon on the solo Mist Shadow Shaman, I believe, and Kuhead, the Sandin, is going to be on the Venomancer. Me on the other side here, we have Miguel going to be on the... Ooh, nice play here. Miguel's going to be on the Prophet. Calculus is going to be on the Crystal Maiden, Rise on the Ancient Aberration here, and Angel is going to be on that farming Nyx. And then SK Link on the Sand King. I actually thought Angel was going to be the play on the Sand King because he actually has one of the better Sand Kings I've ever seen. But no, it's going to swap it up a little bit here. Just shows how good these players are in terms of playing different heroes, and no big deal. And then my question is, how are they going to be laning this? Just judging from the item set, you can see, well, this guy is probably laning. Yep. If you're going jungle, you have a little bit more mana regeneration. Crystal Maiden, you know, standard item sets. Nothing too out of ordinary from anyone. Aside from this very early ward, right? Both teams roaming into jungle, and we have a pause. Let's see what's going on. Oops, sorry about the screen. I'll fix it right now. My bad. That was my Dota 1 casting resolution. Alright, we're good? We're good. Shout out to Boba, shout out to Infinity, yada yada yada. I got it. Thanks, bro. Shout out to actually B-balling, a fellow caster under the CompTiers.com. He is out with the flu, or sick, or something. So, hope you get well soon if you're watching this. And, I like this a lot. Central Warfares, we should see more and more teams actually do that. Because nowadays, you completely expect your pull camp to be blocked. Like, most teams just does it. Blocking the pull camps. And if you get the Central War, well, you basically get free pull. And what we're going to see here from Venomancer is going to do a stack and then pull it. And then, hey, That's a lot of EXP denied, and Lacoste gonna get from free EXP in lane. Looks like everyone's gonna walk into the lane. Shadow Shaman, very standard lineup. Double damage being picked up by Ancient Aberration. Looks like it's gonna be a tri-lane top. Yep, tri-lane top. Do they have Sentry Wards? Ooh, looks like they don't. I mean, this is a very dangerous tri-lane against any hero, or any other like dual lanes, right? We have Crystal Nova was his first skill choice, which I have to say 99% of the time I agree with that. But against an invisible hero, such as Weaver, such as the Broodmother, you actually want to take Freeze by one, because Freeze by will give you the ability to reveal invisible heroes. Looks like mid lane's gonna get ganked, Demon harassed by a double damage Ancient Aberration, no big deal. But that's gonna give Miguel, who's gonna be playing the solo mid position, a little bit of free farm. I really love solo mid prophets, and the reason being so that if you ever play a jungling prophet, you understand at one point you're like, oh, I want to gank. I see someone really low HP. Let's TP in a gank, and then you look at your mana, you're like, oh, I actually don't have enough mana to do it. So but if you're in a solo mid position, you don't really need to use your Sprout that much. And more importantly, you don't need to use your Nature Skull all the time. And that means you're going to have a lot of mana left to do those ganks when you need to do those ganks. First Blood goes on the top lane. Very standard play, missing that First Blood. And it looks like Venomancer got picked off. And that is like I said, the killing power of this lane. A slow, a stun, and then more stun coming in, and they get the kill. It looks like they're going to do a little bit of lane switch. Yeah, I believe SKTB top, and they are going to do this lane switch. And like I said earlier, you want to match your skeleton, or not skeleton, your Sand King against the Broodmother, and he could solo stop the kill, stop the push, stop Broodmother's laning very easily. And let's see. I wonder if the dire side's gonna switch along as well, or they're gonna just gonna stay their put and gonna run with this. Of course, on the bot lane now here, a single open wound into a cold feet is gonna be really good in terms of stunning, but then you gotta be really worried about this Slithering Crush. So he has to have rage, but obviously doesn't have the mana to do both at this point right now. Oh, Fear might be in a little bit of trouble. Gonna be going back a little bit, but no big deal. Looking back in the mid lane here, Miguel versus Demon, gonna be a game of nuking and pushing. Demon's going to be going for a quick bottle and be grabbing the runes. He's still, it's almost there. He's almost there. Level 3. Got to be leveling that Ether Shock and Hex. A single level Hex and single level Shackles as we go along. Looks like the rune is going to be secured by the Windrunner. We're going to have Demon grabbing it. No, it looks like Windrunner is going to grab it right now, and he's going to swing mid or bot is the question. Well, wherever he goes, he's not seen, so that's good. And looks like Crystal Maidens and Sand King is going to be dual laning top, which I actually like this choice. I don't think tri-lane is necessary. I mean, it's going to be very powerful in terms of killing, especially when you have the Nyx, but looks like they might have set something up. Shackle Shot, is it going to be the attempt? They're going to go for Rise. Where's the Shackle Shot is the question. No Shackle Shot just yet. Windrunner is going to be the spell, but Ancient Aberration goes down very easily. Fair takes some damage, but Misery with that double damage. You don't want to mess with that, and he goes down very quickly. Misery loses quite a bit of HP, but they will gladly trade that for a kill against the Ancient Aberration. They're going to win the lane, win themselves the lane a little bit back. Meanwhile, mid lane here, Demon's going to pick up the bottle. It's going to be nice. Miguel, is he going to do some TP shenanigans? Oh man, blow up that courier. No, it looks like that's not going to be ace. Anytime I play solo Mifuria and I see that courier coming, I'll be like, yo, let's go, guys. We're going to pick out that courier, but that's what you do in pubs and not in a pro game, right? Meanwhile, on the top lane here, we do see Broodmother sending those Spirelings in the jungle, and this is what we see a lot, that secondary support with the Broodmother in the lane, and you just farm with those Spirelings. Of course, you want to give the last hits to the Broodmother, because she needs to go, but these is basically free EXP going to waste if there's no one in the jungle. And it looks like we have SK Calculus coming around trying to set up something. No wards to scout out Demon. Demon and his bottle is empty, but he's luckily dodging up for now. And look, Prophet is going to be TPing right in. No, he's going to cancel the TP. Demon might be in trouble. Takes a Nova to the face. Where's the bite? Where's the bite? No, there's a bite right now, and the Sprout should do it, but he does have Tango, I believe. He's going to Tango immediately, but Crystal Maiden doing the block right now. Demon, very nice animation cancel. One more hit. Calculus is going to pick it up. No immediate salve here. And Demon's going to go down. Windrunner picks up invisibility and looks to be heading to the bot lane to set something up here. But very nicely done. That was perfectly done on SK's part. If any one of them missed a single hit because they did not animation cancel properly, they would not have gotten the kill on Demon. But perfect play here from both SK players and successfully done. Meanwhile, on the bot lane here, Misery invisible, trying to set something up. Shackle Shot is up online right now, and it's level 2 a power shot. Is he going to make it go? Rise is hugging the entire tree line, but I think Angel is easier to bring down because he's lower HP, but here comes Crystal Maiden. They do scout him out right now, so they do exactly know Fear is going to take a Kofi to the face. There's a freeze by on him as well. It looks like Fear is going to go down. Misery breaks his invisibility. He might be in trouble. He's very low. Fear is going to go down to one more right hit. No, not enough. Nice regeneration coming in. Misery just diving like crazy right now. Salve gets canceled. Rise might be in trouble, but yet Rise is going to go down. But is Misery going to be okay? We have a teleport in against Fear from Miguel, and that's a +1 gank I'm talking about. Fear is eventually going to go down. And how are we doing with Misery here? Misery still juking like crazy. Wrath of Nature comes in. Crowdculus picks up a killing spree, and he'd be like, yo, bro, I'm the real carrier here with the Crystal Maiden. And that is the power of Furion I've been talking about. Any type, there's 3v2 engagement, and it looks like EG was gonna handle that one fine, but hell no. Miguel says I TP and grabs my team a double kill, and that is a total advantage they're grabbing right now. 4-2 in favor of SK, and EG need to stabilize a little bit. But if you're an EG fan, I'm not too worried, given the fact that, well, they're a very mid-game base lineup, right? Rasa needs so many levels. Brewmother needs so many levels. Slaughter, Venom, every single heroes on the dire side needs so many levels to be truly effective. And it's a given fact that they're going to be losing a little bit in the laning and ganking stage, because that's what the Radiant team is designed to do. They're designed to out-gank you. They're designed to out-lane you. So it's fine that they're losing a little bit here. It's nothing to be unexpected. But the mid game comes is going to be deciding what's the direction that this game is going to go into. And is there any way I could turn off spectator chat? Because, anyways, Demon is hovering around right now. He does find Crowculus in the mid lane, and Mass Serpent Ward is up online. Demon, he's hunting for someone. He's gonna find anyone right now. He's gonna go right into Miguel. Yeah, they do see Miguel right now. Is he gonna duke it? No. Demon behind enemy lines right now. This is so. Me on the bot lane here. We do see a kill on the life stealer. I'm not too sure how they got one. Man, I need to pay attention to the minimap. My apology. Paying attention to the wrong places at the wrong time. But Rise might be in a little bit of trouble because Woman could always dive in. She does have enough mana to use all 3 of her spells right now. So they could make a powerful dive right now. Amplified damage already on Rise. He's completely seen. And just like I say, gotta look at the mini-map. I'm sorry, guys. No more kills being missed. After this, no more kill being missed. Calculus picks up yet another kill. And it's cool to choke out, man. Carry Crystal Maiden getting a lot of kills. That's cool and all. But sooner or later, you actually don't want your Crystal Maiden to get that many kills for a couple of reasons. Well, when Crystal Maiden gets kills, that means your carry's not getting killed, obviously. But more importantly, whenever you die with a really high streak hero, like a killing spree streak or a mega kill streak, you give away more gold when you die. And Crystal Maiden is a hero that will die eventually at one point or another. Next time she dies, she's going to give away 200 extra gold with the bounty. And she might just do that right now. Shackle Shot's not going to latch. Calculus trying to run away. Power Shot's going to hit right in the face of Calculus. A couple more physical right hits going to do it. They really want to protect her right now. And we have a lag. There's going to be a salve. That should do it. Nicely done, Miguel, with the defensive sprout helping out. And Crystal Maiden going to turn around and be like, yo, bro, where you at? By the way, Miguel has his Midas finish well before 8 minutes. That's going to be really, really good. And he's going to go into Midas, into Dagon, I presume. I'm not too sure. Dagon probably is the best choice here. Maybe Dagon into 4-staff, Dagon into a quick hex. Excuse me, Midas into a 4-staff, Midas into a quick hex. I don't think Dagon's a good choice because these guys are fairly tank. Magical immunity is going to be most likely up on the Prophet. And, I mean, I guess you could pick up Rosslyn, Winter, and Venomancer. But still, I think 4-staff might be a little bit more useful. But let's see what Miguel thinks, because we all care what he thinks and not exactly what I think, right? On the top lane here, Lacoste doing fairly fine. You can see that despite he's leaning against Sanking, he's not pushing down any towers. I mean, he's not dying, but Sanking's not dying either. He's getting a lot of farm. You can see Caustic Finale. It's being leveled up. Generally, you don't level this spell up, but really, really good against Brewmother. Here we have Venomancer farming in the jungle with the help of those spiderlings. He is level 6, has opted for the Venomancer ultimate. Sometimes you skip the ultimate at level 6 because you generally don't have enough mana pool to use it. But in this case here, no big deal because he's not really engaged in too many fights. He's not really spamming play wards, so he should be fine. On the mid lane here, we're going to get a push going on, but looks like SK really determined to defend this one. This is a second Mass Serpent Ward being dropped on the mid lane. I think they should be okay. Shackle Shot is going to miss on Miguel. But Crystal Maiden comes in as well, and they're going to focus on Demon. Demon very low on the mana. Where's Nova? Where's the bite? The question is, and here comes the Sand King. Still no bite right now. Trying to focus on Misery. There's a bite, and Demon goes down. Tower is going to survive still. And again, relentless defense from SK here. And they're saying, we know EG's going to push. We know they're going to try to get their advantage by pushing. And our only way to mess them up is to prevent them from pushing. And this is where the global presence really help out. And right now, EG doing the correct thing. They're saying that we see 3 people in the mid lane, so let's get some type of push going in the top lane. I'm not too sure whether they're going to bring down this tower here, because here comes Sanking. But what I'm sure of is going to do significant damage to it right now. Sanking is going to basically Burrow Strike, and is he going to go for ultimate? He is going to go for ultimate. Teleport in from Miguel. Ultimate gets dropped on Coolhead. Coolhead's going to go down for sure. Lacoste is going to go down as well. Well, Coolhead's going to be... Is Coolhead going to be okay? He has a TP scroll. He might... Are we serious? Is he going to... No, he's going to just suicide the tower. Yeah, there's a Sprout, and it's going to be free kill. Tower gets defended once again. Maybe it's going to be a deny. Someone get for the deny. Link is right on top of it. Can he get it? Can he get it? He's going to get it. I hope. Oh, come on! Link! Back in the mid lane here, we have Miguel. He is Hex. He's going to get Shackle, indeed, and there's a power shot. That's going to bring him down. Very nicely done. He drops his ultimate before he dies to do some extra damage. Get some extra farm. That should be okay. But meanwhile, on the bot lane here, Angel, very, very low HP. Power Treads is up. Rise, level 5 as well. And he needs that level 6 very, very importantly. Very close. And once he does have that level 6, the full global ganking presence of SK will be completely available. That is also a very, very strong counter pushing spell. So they would definitely like that on their hands. Of course, Ring of Health is going to be purchased on the Slaughter. Going to be going Vanguard, Strength Treads, and then BKB most likely. Vanguard is finished. Nicely done. This is something that not many pro players do enough. Sending yourself clarities. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Spectres, Slaughters, any hero that really requires a lot of mana. I mean, sometimes you just say, oh man, I'm staying in the lane, let me just farm. But hey, just if you're low on mana, get yourself a clarities. Just a 50 gold, and that's going to give you a lot more fighting presence in lane, you know? And here we go, to trying to set something up. Angel might be in trouble. Oh, there's a rage, but they're going to go straight in. We have a teleportation scroll can. You got to be careful. Miguel, Fear is going to be in trouble. A Shackle shot's going to miss. Fear, half HP. That Vanguard helping out in big time right now. We have a teleport in from the Freon, or at least threatening to do right now. And that should be the end of that engagement. Being on the top lane here, Brewmother, like I said, if you leave her alone for just a second, she's going to be hammering down your tower. And looks like the chase is going to be continued. Calculus going for the kill. TP out from Coalhead, and Calculus is basically dead. She does have a TP score. Where the hell she's nuking? She's trying to find someone, but did not realize she has TP. Calculus is dead for sure. And here we go. Fear says, I know you have a mega kill streak. Misery says, too, I know you have a mega kill streak too. I'm going to take that one. And yep, that's the extra gold I'm talking about. Well, it's more than 390. There's something else. The streak bonus is there in there as well. Slaughter would have loved that. Misery says, man, I'm on support. Let me get some farm. And I was going to take that one as well. So nicely done here by EG. The score is 8-5 in favor of SK. Well, I think SK is still leading. The top tower is the top tower was almost denied. The mid tower is still up after 2 or 3 Mass Serpent Wards. So they're defending themselves fairly nicely. So I think SK definitely is in the lead right now. If we check the goal difference chart, let's do that quickly. Yep, we see... No! What the heck? We see 1,000 gold lead, so that's completely unexpected. I assume that the Dire team is farming just a lot better. Hex goes on the Link right now, and a couple more right clicks. Let's see how we're doing in terms of farm. Okay, alright, Lacoste is single-handedly putting themselves ahead just due to sheer amount of his farming power. 13 minutes in, 76 creep kill. Now, obviously, not all of these are actually creep kills. They're kind of jungle kills as well. Fear is going to go down, but Shackle Shot goes on Miguel right now. Fear drops off a Slithering Crush. He might be okay right here. Fear is going to run out. Yeah, Fear is going to run out. They're going to feed Misery for now. Calculus might be in trouble. One more hit. Can they get the head off? Calculus baiting with 8 HP. Don't even trip right now. Venomancer is going to go down, but she somehow... What? Poison Sting? I guess Poison Sting. But that was pretty intense. EG trades a 3-for-1 on that bot lane. Wow, that's what's not a good trade. Crystal Maiden, despite dying, it's going to be okay. Me on the top lane here. They can go for a gank on Lacoste. There's a dust coming in right now. Sprout on him, but the immediate breaking of the web. Oh, Sanking's ultimate. It's nothing but creeps. That's a big whiff, but that's okay. They're leading by 5 kills. A blast come on the top lane as well. That's going to hit right in the face. But they don't know that, though. Lacoste actually might be going on defensive. Demon's invisible as well. They're going for Sanking. They can actually bring him down. Hex should do it. Just go. Waiting for mana for both. There's the Hex. A couple more right clicks. Can they do it? Oh, there's a Shackle enough. Nicely done. Back on the bot lane here. Man, I'm so afraid to actually pull up the menu to check farm because there's just action everywhere. The action's gonna be on the bot lane. Fear might be in a little bit trouble. Both teams trying to bring down one another. Fear is gonna go down for sure. Angel's gonna get the last hit, but Misery is gonna go down as well. Yeah, power shot's gonna hit. Misery's gonna be the first one to go down. Excuse me, Fear actually is going to live it out with 76 HP. He's regenerating a lot, but you got to keep in mind, 20-second cooldown with that. Oh, AI Splash, AI Splash. Not going to hit anything. Fear does not have a TP swirl. Angel right on his tail. Sprint coming off cooldown in 10 seconds. Any teleport scrolls? Any teleport scrolls? Say no. Then there's a TP in. There's a Sprout. Tango out. Tango Crawling Blade out. There's a Crawling Blade, and actually that blocked Angel. They're still not done though. Here comes Calculus with Nova. And Calculus right back on the board. I'm going to tell you right now, what is Sir Kill? 9, 2, and 4. Why isn't Calc playing carry? Good question. Good question indeed, right? Calc with 9 kills. I mean, it's humorous to say that, but again, you got to worry because at certain points, she will just die, and she has been dying. You're going to give away whole bunch of bounty gold because you have a big streak, so it's a legitimate concern if you're SK. I mean, 9 kills is great, but on Crystal Maiden, maybe not so much. Let's see if she's helping. Wow, look at her bracer, phase boots. That's gonna help her survive. Magic wand completely upgraded. 4 wards, TP score on Smoke of the Sea. At least she's putting in the gold in the correct places. So that's good stuff. Miguel farming jungle treads and Midas. Of course, he does have 1900 gold in the bank. Probably gonna go for Force Staff afterwards. Probably gonna go for old. You know, we'll have to see. Either Force Staff or Ultimate Orb. That's gonna be his next item. So maybe a Medallion Courage. Actually, that wouldn't be bad either. Help out the gank by so much. But I need to check out the farm. Yeah, as I was saying before, Lacoste single-handedly carrying the farm here, leading with 97. Again, obviously, like I mentioned before, a lot of these creeps aren't actually lane creeps, but you know, jungling creeps, and jungling creeps generally give you less gold. 66 on Demon, nicely farmed, despite the fact that he's been roaming a lot, right? Fear, staying on the bot lane, but got killed many times, so only has 52, 29 on the Venomancer, 18 on the Ruiner, so okay. On the other side, Miguel has 88, a lot of it is from his Wrath of Nature bonus, so that's great. Link has 56, 73 on Angel. So you see we have about 3.5 guys farming here on Dire. Maybe only 3 guys here, but it looks like we have a Blink Dagger on Sankin gets an immediate Sandstorm off. No doesn't. Demon's gonna go down. Where the hell he's going to? Waiting for Blink cooldown. Waiting for Blink cooldown. Demon come on, Sankin, go for it. Go for it. Calculus TP's in right now. Demon's gonna go down.